let's talk about how to know if your fundraising campaign is actually going to work. Now, we've all been there. We've all had campaigns that we thought would do really well, and then all of a sudden they really suck. So really, what's the framework for having one that works and not just shooting from the hip, as they say? I'm going to tell you what I've learned that works, and I'm going to be looking through actually my notes. Make sure to go to my website, catholicfundraiser.net, and check out the notes and the links as well to help you really figure out how to tell if your fundraising campaign works. So for me, there are 3 steps. I try and break things down because, well, you break things down and things become so much easier. So here are my 3 steps for really figuring out if you are going to have a successful campaign. Step 1 sounds super obvious, but stick with me because it's important. And that's make sure people understand what you do. Yeah, makes logical sense, but you'll be surprised how many Catholic organizations out there that think other people know what they do, but people don't really know what they do. Now, you might think, oh, it looks very simple. We're a pro-life organization. Well, guess what? There are 1,000 pro-life organizations out there. So what makes you different? And that's the key question on fundraising is what makes you different and why should I fund you and not somebody else? So you really want to make sure that people understand what is it that you do and what is it that you do that's unique. If you're a parish, usually you're in a specific part of, the country, the world. If you're a missionary, same thing applies. You're not just a missionary priest or a missionary order or a missionary nonprofit or whatever. It's your missionary in a specific part of the world, doing a specific thing, and probably you have some type of specific vocation on how you do that. So you really want to make sure that people know what it is that you do and they understand what it is that you do. So that's very simple. Step 1, don't just jump over it. Don't just assume that people know what it is that you do. Okay, step 2 is people can easily learn more about you. They can contact you. So this means don't just have a website and don't just have a newsletter, but have some type of contact details, a phone number, an email address, a place that they can visit. Don't just have like the generic box, send in your feedback here and click send, and somehow it's gonna find your inbox, which I've actually found usually when I type in those feedback forms, nobody ever responds. So it's very, very passé, very disconnected. You want people to be able to connect with you and learn more about you. So don't be afraid to put your phone number, even your personal number. My personal number is listed, and I'm not getting spammed all the time, and my email is not getting spammed. But you want, for those small few amount of people that might spam you, you're really losing the opportunity for people to connect more with you. So that's step 2. Make sure that people know how to connect with you. And number 3, again, very simple. Make sure that your current donors are happy. The best way to get new donors is to just make sure that your current ones are super happy with you. And the best way of doing that is calling them up and say, hey, are you happy? What's making you happy? And how can I make you even more happy? Because if you have happy donors, guess what? They refer you to other people who will become donors. One of the number ways of getting more donors is by getting your donors to talk about you. So you definitely want to do that. And when you are speaking to other people, you know what to say because, well, you're using the words and the language that are already making people happy to make other people happy. So that's how you prepare for a campaign and you make sure that your campaign works. It's not just having some appeal letter that you've asked somebody to write for you, and usually those things cost like I've met people that have spent $5,000 on somebody else writing a letter. Well, those don't really work. I mean, they work, but not to the impact of what I'm telling you to do. And this stuff is completely free. So before you rush out and ask people and go up and make an appeal, do steps 1, 2, and 3. Are you communicating? Can people contact you? And 3, are your current donors already happy? And as always, if you like this video, make sure to share it with somebody. We all know a Catholic organization, a Catholic community that needs help with their fundraising. This stuff is really difficult. And make sure that they know that Catholic Fundraiser is available for them and they can support, that I can help support their mission moving forward. God bless you and see you next week. If you enjoyed this video on fundraising, make sure to subscribe. Right over there, it's going to be somewhere. Also, if you just enjoyed the scenic views of Catholicism in France, make sure to subscribe as well. And just follow me along on learning how to fundraise and seeing the beauty of Catholicism in the south of France. Cheers. Santé.